Alright, this is Genesis chapter 3, the fall of man. Now the serpent was more crafty than any wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden. But God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden. You must not touch it, or you will die." Nobody dies. "You will not surely die," the serpent said to the woman. "For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Good and evil are not true concepts. So eating the fruit does not let you know good and evil. Eating the fruit, when they eat the fruit, they decided certain things are good and certain things are bad. Before they ate the fruit, they had no idea what a bad thing was, and they had no idea what a good thing was. They just did it. You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden. I think this has more to do with before it was beautiful. Sexuality was beautiful. The act of sex, the act of love, the act of creating a child was beautiful. Nobody saw it as a dirty act until now. They took this and they realized, you're a man, I'm a woman. We need to separate. We're different. We're different. We can't just reproduce. And the cool of day, and they hid from the Lord among the trees of the garden. So God is walking in the garden. God's not some guy in the clouds. He's walking in the garden with them. He is a man. He is a being walking in the garden with them. But the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He answered, "I hear you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The serpent deceived me, and I ate it." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed you are above all livestock and all the wild animals. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers." So snakes are supposed to eat women's offspring and attack it. "He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly increase your pains in childbearing. With pain you will give birth to children. So before, there was no pain in childbirth. There was no pain. It was just something that happened. Now it's a painful thing. With pain you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. I'm sure a lot of people just heard that and were like, what? To Adam he said, because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree in which I commanded you, you must not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat of it. It will produce thorns and thistles for you. You will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground. Since it's you were taken, for dust you are, to dust you will return. So he's basically telling Adam, I'm casting you to the desert until you die and become dust once more. Adam named his wife Eve because she would become mother of all the living. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and to eat of life forever. So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden, to work the ground from to work the Garden of Eden, to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he drove the man out, he placed in the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth for to guard the way to the tree of life. That is the end of chapter 3. And there's a legend that only a mouse may enter only a mouse may see the tree of life because of the flaming swords. 2 flaming swords protect the gate to the tree of life, and only a mouse can slip through. That's the legend. Who knows if there's even a place like that? But that is chapter 3, I believe. Yes, that was chapter 3. Chapter 3, the fall of man.